Greetings, Divine Radiance, and welcome to your Wednesday live that's not actually live today, Empower Hour with me, Nahkila Isha of Ashworth Life Sculpting. I am a divine interpreter interpreting messages and methods from the divine that empower you to create and live an abundant life. So, as you all know, if you joined me last week, I am traveling today. So, this Wednesday Live Empower Hour is recorded. But of course, I could not leave you without a message from Spirit today. So, let's just go ahead and get right into it. And while we do, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do so. And if this video resonates with you on any level, leave me a comment letting me know how. Also, a thumbs up, and be sure to share this message with your community, okay? Let's go ahead and see what the message. Ooh, okay, Spirit stand. Put those back and shuffle. So many fell. I believe it was to shake them up a bit. And some fell down here. Okay. Which one? Okay. I'm being told to take the one on the bottom. Okay, and then also the one on top. Okay. So the first card we got is Door to Spirit. Also, for some of you, I'm being told to tell you to look up the number 5. It's very significant. I'm hearing you are being given opportunities right now to make significant shifts in your life, but it's really up to you what you choose to do with this opportunity. You can stay stagnant where you are, or you can choose to elevate to the next level of your journey. This message is coming through really calm, but it's coming through as being very serious. For some of you, you're skating by. The expiration date for that has expired. So, what this means is the longer you postpone, you're healing, you're releasing, you're elevating. Postponing, skating by, postponing it and skating by is not going to be as easy or pleasurable as it has been in the past, because Spirit is calling for you to shift now. This is the time where you make a choice and you decide where you're going. You decide whether or not you're choosing to fulfill your contract. So, because Spirit is calling for your soul to remember, calling for your soul to awaken, calling for your soul to elevate and ascend, if you fight it and you choose to stay where you are, the road is going to get a lot bumpier, because Spirit is prompting you to make that left or that right turn to smoother, I'm hearing, terrains and sailing. Okay. So right now, Spirit is saying the time is now. Like, this isn't a time of contemplation. It isn't a time of procrastination. It's time for you to love yourself enough to do what it takes to elevate and grow, whatever that means for you. Okay. Now, the next card came in reversed, upside down, which typically means there's some sort of block there, right? And it's happy family. So you got 5 and now you got 4. So Spirit is saying that, it's time for you to really take a look at your past and understand how that's affecting you today. Because for those of you that are seeking, for some of you, this is really about a happy family. You're seeking a happy family, but until you do what came through in the first card, until you heal, until you give yourself permission to elevate, grow, and experience peace and happiness, you're not going to have this. It's going to stay in reverse. You're going to have more of the same. So Spirit is telling you it's about taking a few steps back, observing without judgment, evaluating without judgment, and just allowing yourself to learn lessons through you and through your own past experiences, detecting patterns. What patterns are you repeating? And I also was hearing experiencing, and it's about you discovering why. Why are you repeating patterns? Why are you getting more of the same? Why is there repetitive behavior on your part and on the part of those that you choose to have in your life, whether it's a mate, whether it's in business, whether it's in friendships? Because if we get really honest with ourselves, we'll detect a similarity or a commonality of those that have entered and left our lives, whether they've left it on their own accord or whether we've left them, right? And again, this is about love, business, friendships, even family relationships. So if you ask yourself, what is the common denominator? It's always self, right? It's always self. So until we change self, we are going to stay attracting more of the same, right? Because we attract things that are vibrationally matched to us. And it's so ironic because I actually just had a meeting. You know, this may sound really crazy to some of you, but I had a meeting with my ex-husband and his new girlfriend. And she was seeking clarity on the nature of our relationship. I had no problem sharing with her the nature of the relationship, right? And the nature of it is I love him as an individual. I love him like he's a family member, but we're over, we're done, right? And I really do have every desire for him to be happy, for him to heal, for him to be at peace, for him to experience all the beautiful things in life, right? And as we were talking, this came through about the patterns and what we're attracting. And so it's really funny that Spirit is delivering this message here for you, right? And it's something that I had to look at in self, something I chose to observe, because you can, you know how we hear that saying, same, different toilet? You can go from one individual to another, to another, to another, and they will be exactly the same. You can have one girlfriend or one guy friend that does the same exact thing to you. And it's always like, well, this person did this person did that. But look at those. You know, we've talked about this before, how when we're pointing one, how many are pointed back at us? So right now, Spirit is saying that backward motion is about us really evaluating self and understanding. It's not about taking blame. It's about understanding why we're attracting what we're attracting so we can heal it, right? Because you deserve this. You deserve this. You deserve this happy family. And your family is not just like a family consisting of a husband and a wife, or a wife and a wife, or a husband and 3 kids and a dog, you know, or 2.5 kids and a cat. You know, it's not just that. Your family is also, it's your soul family. It's those that you have chosen to walk this journey with, right? And you deserve for that to be happy and peaceful. And I'm hearing in bliss and in balance and in alignment with who you're choosing to be. But it starts with the healing. So let's go ahead and look at the other card. Now we also got the World. And look at the number, 11. And you all know what that is. 11 is reminding you to check your thoughts. It's also letting you know there's a gateway there. Like you are basically in control of what you receive, right? Check your thoughts. The world is yours. The world is yours. When you can become very clear with yourself about what it is you're choosing for your life, then it makes it so much easier to determine the steps it takes to get there. But if you're living in a state that lacks clarity, then you're going to continue to live in a chaotic state. You're going to continue to be in a chaotic existence. So it's really about you sitting down with self and, again, observing your life, right? Right now, we're in a period where Spirit is saying, observe, get to know you. Stop just going through the motions and really pay attention to what makes you tick and what makes you talk, and then take steps accordingly, right? If you aren't, I'm hearing if you aren't sure and if you don't have an understanding of who you are, then you don't really have an understanding of what it is that you desire. And if you don't even know what you desire, you're just going to get any old thing, right? You're going to get things based on your fears, based on your worries, based on your stress, based on your past pain, based on your trauma, right? So observe, heal, be very clear on what it is you're choosing. And for some of you, that may be starting at the point of healing. You know, I'm choosing to heal me so that I can feel better about me, so that I can experience the best version of this life that can be experienced for me this time around, right? Now, you also got the first chakra, Archangel Michael. And so Spirit is saying it's time for you to get grounded. You know, it's time for you to get grounded. It's time for you to begin accepting who you are. Some of you are still not accepting the role that you came here to play, the light that you're meant to shine. Some of you are still hiding behind who you once were. that lesson phase, and Spirit is saying it's time for you to get grounded. It's time for you to really accept you have a purpose, and everything you went through had a purpose. But now it's time for you to choose to get out of that lesson phase and really begin to embrace your inner divinity so that you can receive your blessing. It's time. It's time. The time is now. When you do that, there's so much peace on the other side. There's so many blessings on the other side. There's so much abundance on the other side. I cannot stress it enough. You know, and here's the thing. You become really okay with how things are in the moment. Today I was driving home and I had such a sense of peace, right? There are some aspects of my life that are up in the air. You know, there's some things that I've been setting intentions and talking to Spirit about how I would like the outcome to be. But you know what I've been really, really choosing to do is to release attachment to the outcome. And that, for a while, had been a struggle for me, right? Because Spirit told me, you obsess over things. What you're passionate about, you obsess over it. And that's everything. That's my work. That's my family. That's my love life. That's everything, you know? It's like, once I see something and I'm focused, I'm laser focused, right? And Spirit is saying that obsessive behavior is not healthy, right? This is why it's important to be in the now. It's important to be in flow. It's important to release the attachment to the how. And it's even what we're being called to release the attachment to as well is our desired outcome, right? Because it's almost like what's coming through is like with my second child, my boys are 7 years apart, and my second baby, oh my goodness. I was so ready to have another child. And every month I was testing, wasn't pregnant. I was even crying, wasn't pregnant, you know? And the moment I said, I'm just going to focus on building my business, the business I had at the time, very different from this one, but I'm focusing on that. I'm not even worried about it. That's when I get pregnant, right? I was pushing, I was worrying, I was stressing. And what I was doing was pushing what I desired away. So Spirit is saying for us to look at how we're doing that in our day-to-day life. Simply set it and forget it. Set the intention. Be very clear about what you're choosing for your life. But don't push. Don't stress. Don't worry. Don't check every 5 seconds. Is it here yet? Just be in flow. Be in the now, you know? Focus on the wind that blows against your skin, the sun that beams and brings you warm, right? You can even focus on the beating of your heart. Turn your music on, roll the windows down, drop the top, let the roof open, and just be in the moment, right? Allow yourself to feel the peace, feel the joy of being in the now. Get grounded in the now. Get grounded in the now. It's all you have is right now. And what are you doing with every now that you have? What are you doing with it? Are you wasting it stressing? Are you wasting it regretting? Are you wasting it fearing? Right? Are you wasting it angry? Are you wasting it hateful? And I'm just hearing sometimes you got to be okay with letting go. Sometimes you got to be okay with letting go. And this can apply to multiple things in my life, right? And I'm sure it can to yours too. So, Spirit's got your back. Spirit will not steer you wrong. Allow yourself to be guided. Allow it. You know, people often say to me how I make it look so easy, or how they admire how much I allow Spirit to guide me. And I always say the same thing. It was harder living the other way. But in order to get to the point of being in pure flow and allowing Spirit to guide, it took me healing, right? It took a lot of healing, Even the experience I had today, you know, his new girlfriend is such a sweetheart. And she literally was like, this must be hard for you. You must feel really bad. But I had to tell her, I don't. I've done my healing. I don't feel bad at all. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to be able to do anything I can in this moment for the two of you, right? But if I hadn't healed, there's no way I could have been in a position to wish them the best, right? Because sometimes, even when you know it's not for you, you still wouldn't, you still don't want to see them with nobody else, right? That's the unhealed person. Oh, I don't want you, right? And yes, I'm using lack language because it's a lack state of mind, but I don't want to see you happy, right? But when you let all that go and you heal, you know how they say, don't quote me, okay? It's from the Bible, but don't quote me. It's been a minute, but want for your brother what you want for yourself, right? When you get to that point of healing, even if they aren't choosing it for themselves, you still have the desire for them to have everything that you desire to have for self. And that's just how it is with your brothers and sisters everywhere. Everyone is your brother. Everyone is your sister. Everyone is your daughter. Everyone is your son, your cousin, your mother, your father, your grandparents, right? So Spirit is saying it's time for us to heal. Our healing of self helps the world to shift in a positive way. Okay, and I was just told that's all. So that's the message I got for you today. It's a little different energy talking to you this way and not having you interact with me, but I'm so grateful for those of you that are here. I'm so grateful for the fact that you allow me to serve you. I'm so incredibly grateful. And what I'd like to share with you all is this. There are 2 openings left. 2 for the 2020 Activating You Retreat. Now, with there only being 2 slots left, I was communicating with Spirit and I had this real bright idea that Spirit approved of, is depending on how many of you are interested in attending that actually secure your spot. I don't mean just like saying I'm going or, saying I'm interested, but actually secure your spot with your deposit, your processing fee. I will see what other dates are available and literally take maybe 1 to 2 days where I'm just there alone and then have a whole secondary retreat right after. Now, if you're interested, don't count on that because number 1, I don't even know if the dates are available. Number 2, I don't even know if enough of you are going to secure your spot for that to happen. So if you're serious about going, secure your spot. There's 2 left. And there's 3 people that have said they're securing their spot. So first come, first serve. Literally, I'm serving you first. However, if you're serious, I will see about having another retreat in the same month. So reach out, leave a comment, let me know. And again, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe and turn those notifications on so you don't miss a thing. And thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. I'll talk to you soon.